And now let's hear him in absolute command, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome Mr. Nikhil B once again from Madhus Garage Equipment one more time. Are you ready, sir? Okay. He is a third generation as a tire shop technician. After completing his engineering degree and an MBA, he joined Madhus Garage Equipment full-time, working across India before moving into management. Rising from the ground level to managing director, he has championed greater autonomy, expanded the portfolio with affordable Madhus equipment, and led a strong new focus on body shop solutions, establishing an in-house body shop to learn the business, understand customer pain points, and offer on-the-job training to workshops across India. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome this young force, Mr. Nikhil B, yet again. Over to you, Nikhil.
Good morning, everyone. Thankfully, it is still the morning. It's not yet afternoon. That's why I checked my watch. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about what we at Madhus and what our approach is for the future of the Indian business. And we have been following this approach for the last couple of years. And when Anuj invited me to be a part of the panel discussion on workshop profitability, it was a perfect match for me. So many of the points we have already discussed with many of my esteemed panelists. So I am Nikhil, I'm the Managing Director of Madhus. Many of you already know my father, or you would have heard of him, Mr. B.M. Ravi. And he was the first person to start professional garage equipment in India more than, almost 40 years ago. So today, the topic, of course, we discussed very well was with regard to the pain points of workshop profitability. Now, while we are facing these issues in India, it's not a new issue for the industry globally. It was especially evident after the financial crisis in 2008-2009 in US and Europe. And I have had the opportunity to travel abroad, meet many dealerships in those countries, and understand how they managed this kind of a situation. Our summary, or you could say our insight, was that most of them overcame this challenge with a focus on two services which enhance their long-term profitability. One was very simple, we touched upon it during the panel discussion, is wheel alignment. And the second is basically what we call body shop services. So wheel alignment, like I said, it's a pretty low-hanging fruit. Most workshops already have wheel alignment and a wheel aligner equipment. And a wheel alignment for a typical mass market car today does not take more than 10 minutes using Hunter's latest wheel alignment systems. This is an industry that's very close to our hearts at Madhus. We started by supplying wheel aligners, wheel balancers almost 40 years ago. So this is literally in our DNA. We know wheel alignment, and over the years, because we came from a tire shop background, we understood the pain points of wheel alignment, and we were able to train hundreds of technicians over the last 40 years. So when we talk about wheel alignment as a business, let me lay out some sample numbers. A typical wheel alignment, if we say, takes about 10 minutes using high-tech equipment, and we can take an average rate of 700 rupees per alignment. It could be more or less. And if we talk about doing 4 or 5 alignments in a particular hour, we are talking about a revenue of 3 to 3,500 rupees per hour. There is no service in our industry that even comes close to this kind of profit per minute. Wheel alignment is the king globally as well. It's not just in India. The challenge comes in India because wheel alignment is not seen as a stand-alone business. Most decisions taken on purchase of wheel alignment systems are taken based on the price or as a package. Wheel alignment is just seen as another tool in the entire package. We at Madhus believe that this has to change to improve the workshop profitability. This doesn't mean that every small outlet should have some expensive wheel alignment systems. If we are opening a small outlet in a rural area, we are expecting a maximum of 4 or 5 cars per day. yes, we have to go with whatever is the most affordable. But once the volumes scale up, we believe it is time for the dealership owners and the management to focus on wheel alignment as a service and invest in that particular service. And this is where Madhus, we have a 25-year-long partnership with Hunter Engineering Company. Hunter is the world's #1 in wheel alignment systems. They have some very unique products, and we believe that we are the right partners for dealerships and OEMs to enhance the alignment business, thus leading to better profitability in the overall industry. Being from a tire industry background, we also know how to sell alignment as a service. During the panel discussion, we were talking about how a service advisor should actually move into advising rather than just doing a clerical job. This is where Madhus can help in marketing wheel alignment as a service. The second point comes about the body shop business. We have spoken a lot about it. Everyone today in the industry knows that body shop is one of the key profit drivers across the country. However, in our experience, we have seen that there are some gaps which can be addressed. We understand that there are different stakeholders in our industry. We have the car owner, the guy who drives the industry. He wants the lowest cost of ownership while still demanding high quality, good customer handling and everything. Then we have the OEM who are also focused a little bit on the profitability of the dealership and also on the low cost of ownership, because that's what further drives repeat sales. And then we have the dealerships who are stressed and pressed for this sort of profitability. So this is where we believe the body shop industry can play a very, very crucial role. Most of the time, the body shops are running with the bare minimum requirement of equipment. For example, when we start a body shop, the OEM recommends one MIG welder, one dent puller, one plasma cutter, for example. It's okay to start with, but as the volumes build up, most body shops do not increase the number of equipment available for the technicians. This leads to a situation where sometimes technicians are waiting for one MIG welder to be free because someone else is using it. In this kind of a situation, we find the turnaround time increases and obviously profitability decreases. Another very important aspect of the body shop, when I talk about welding equipment, is the spot welder. It's the biggest equipment purchase from a welding perspective, and this is sort of, I'll say, the crux of the matter. A spot welder, first of all, is to be used to ensure that a repaired car is as good as a newly manufactured car. With the improving safety standards and with Bharat NCAP getting implemented, the strength of the cars has increased. However, when we repair a car, the goal is to ensure we repair it to an OEM standard. So this is where an inverter technology spot welder comes in, because it's able to generate a higher current to make sure the weld is perfect. It replicates the factory welds. Now, this is where many OEMs have made it mandatory. Even though one of the largest OEMs in the country, they haven't made it mandatory for all their body shops. And in this area, when they don't make it mandatory, the technicians are doing what we call jugaad. They are drilling a hole and then filling it and then trying to say, the repair is done. This is catastrophic for the industry in two ways. One, profitability, because the technician is spending 4 to 5 times the time instead of just using a spot welder. The second important aspect is safety. That repaired panel done using jugaad, it will never protect the occupants of the car in case of a second accident. Second thing is, even in many dealerships where a spot welder is being used, it is not being used to its fullest extent. And this is where Mr. Vivek brought up some very good points about training, in the body shop. And frankly, I'll tell you, all equipment vendors, including Madhus, we are guilty of it. We have sold the equipment and we are servicing it, but then that's about it. We haven't helped the technicians learn how to use the product to a higher level. The spot welder costs maybe 6 or 7 lakhs of rupees, but the usage that the technician is getting out of it is very, very minimal. So this is another point where we at Madhus have understood the pain point. How? we set up our own body shop, multi-brand body shop, about 3 years ago in Bangalore to learn the industry. That was when I realized that every one of us was just selling equipment. We weren't able to understand the pain points of our own customers. So we set up our own body shop, and while we were running our body shop, we understood the simple problems that are there. The skill issue, manpower attrition, lack of training, hesitation by many technicians in using an advanced piece of equipment. So now we of course have invested. We have 3 full-time trainers in our company, one based in Bangalore, one in Delhi, and one in Pune. And they are not service engineers, they are not sales guys. They go from workshop or body shop to body shop, working with the body shop manager and the technicians to provide on-the-job training. Process training, not just this is how you switch it on and this is how you switch it off, but they work with them to teach them how to repair panels and things like that. So this is the other big investment that Madhus has made into this business, and through this we hope to actually partner with many of our OEMs and our customers to help them boost their profitability. Our goal is very simple. We are in business to sell equipment. However, by focusing on sales, we become just one of everyone else. But by partnering with our customers to boost their profitability, we are going to build a long-term pipeline of business. Today, Madhus is very well established all across the country. We have more than 275 employees located in more than 45 cities across India. We have our own training centers. We have 3 training centers. One is in Delhi NCR, in Noida, Sector 63. We have one in Pune, and of course our corporate office and training center in Bangalore. We also have a good number of service engineers. We have invested heavily in spare parts as well, and we have a professional system for handling all customer issues. We have a CRM software, we have spare part tracking and everything. So this is the way we are positioning ourselves for the future. Again, talking about body shop, for example, a new product that Madhus has launched is our Easy Spray booth. It's an infrared spray booth brought in at a very affordable price to ensure that we are able to offer a complete solution to all our body shop customers. So that is what we wanted to add. We have worked closely with many dealerships across India. We start not by selling, but by understanding their current requirements. We do what is called a survey, where we go to each workshop, we inspect each and every equipment, the condition, the working of the machine, and then we talk about suggestions to the customer. So this is how Madhus is working, and we would of course love to partner with OEMs and dealerships and workshops across the country to modernize our entire Indian industry. Thank you all for giving me a chance to speak, and thank you very much. Thank you.
So we can't let him go without him being felicitated, ladies and gentlemen. And to do the honors, may I now have representatives from Global Assure here on stage. Anyone from Global Assure? Yes, we have. Welcome, sir. You know the drill, right? Thank you so much. Let's give it up for this incredible solo act by Mr. Young Man. Yes, the very cool Mr. Nikhil B. You heard him in a live conversation, you heard him in a solo act, and how incredible it was. Thank you so much.